Hey kids, welcome to Rocky Railways. I'm Mark and I'll be with you the next 5 days. I'm excited to ride these rails with you. But before we get started, I heard some commotion around the railway that there was a rock slide last night. I wonder if we can find somebody to tell us what happened.
Yeah, I know. I'll take care of it.
Do you see anybody?
I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.
Oh, hey, maybe this gal. Excuse me, do you work here?
Do I work? I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. The name is Camtrack. I'm an engineer here.
I'm Mark, and Camtrack? An engineer with that name? You must really love trains.
When you work on trains for as long as I have, they just become a part of you.
Wow, that's neat. Well, maybe you could help my friends and I out. We heard something about a rock slide?
Yes. A rock slide happened and it fell on the track, so I'm just going to take care of that.
Ooh, so you think you're strong enough to lift heavy, massive boulders?
I don't think I know.
Well, okay. Tell you what, why don't you warm up on that one right there?
Easy peasy. You might want to watch out in case this thing goes flying. Yeah, gotta get the right angle. Got it. It's useless. It's just too hard.
Well, Cam, it's funny you should mention that because my friends and I are learning how Jesus' power can help us do hard things. We all have to do hard things sometimes. Maybe it's take a test at school, or maybe we have to help a family member who's sick. Maybe we got to stand up to a bully, or we may have to say goodbye to a friend that's moving away.
We already established I'm not very strong.
None of us is strong enough to do all these kind of things on our own, but there is someone who is, a friend of mine. His name is Jesus. Jesus is all powerful. He can do anything, including helping us with things that hurt us on the inside.
This Jesus guy sounds like a good person to be friends with. You know, I gotta figure out a way to move those boulders. Maybe Jesus could give me some ideas.
Well, I'll tell you what, as soon as my friends and I are done here, I'll catch up with you and we'll try to tackle this together.
Sounds great. See you later.
See you later. All right, kids, let's sing. It'll be our theme song this week. He will pull us through.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust, we trust, we trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. We stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you.
Whew. Wow, that song, kids, that really makes me want to sit down. You know, I'm excited here at day one to just be able to spend this time with you guys. You know, I've got my handy dandy organizer here that's going to keep us on track. Speaking of tracks, what travels on tracks? It's trains. So we're imagining what it would be like to be on a journey on a steam engine in the Rocky Mountains, going through the wild, vast canyons. You know, a long time ago, trains were the fastest way to travel. Or if you had to go up a great big hill, you would use a train. And we know how powerful trains are. We know Jesus is powerful as well. So let's join together and let's sing and dance to Power Shuffle.
I feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. It's the power. Yeah, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop. I feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. It's the power. Yeah, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2,
Hi guys, I'm Kevin, Mr. Kevin, and I'm excited about being with you during the Bible Adventure Times, and you'll meet Miss Denise here in a moment, but together she and I will go with you, and we're going to have different Bible stories from different places, not only in the Bible, but different locations. And while we'll change from place to place, you might be looking for, watch for, especially preschoolers, watch for Billy. This is Billy the Kid, our preschool mascot, and hopefully he can go with us to each spot. So we're anxious to get started, so let's go for our first adventure.
Hi everybody, it's Miss Denise, and I'm here for our Bible Adventure Time. Mr. Kevin and I are going to be telling you some true stories from the Bible. But before we get started with that, I wanted to tell you a little bit about why I love the Bible so much and how trains remind me of the Bible. We have a Bible right here. It is one book, but it's filled with a lot of smaller books. Like, here's a book of poetry, and here's some how-to ways to live your life in a way that would please God. And the things that we're going to be looking at in Bible Adventure Time are the history books. So true stories about what God has done in His people and in our lives. You know how that reminds me of a train? A train is one long thing with a lot of little parts. There's an engine, maybe a dining car. We've also got, this car would carry animals or cargo. And there's a passenger car, but they all go together to make one big train. And that's just like the Bible. So I want you to listen very carefully to these true stories, and we'll discover together how God's Word gives us power.
Welcome to our first Bible adventure, friends, and I've transported back to first century Damascus. We're here on Main Street, and I don't know, hopefully you're watching with friends or family, and whoever you're watching with, I want you to take a couple minutes and talk about something that is easy to do, something that's easy for you to do. Like, I brought a demonstration. Sometimes it's easy for me to juggle, so I'm going to try to juggle. And while I'm juggling, you talk about something that's easy to do. I'll give you a couple seconds until I drop it. Oh, like that. Sometimes it's hard. So what I want you to do now is start talking about something that's hard to do, and I'll keep trying to do this. Ready? Go. Ananias, what are you doing?
Hiding, isn't it obvious?
From who?
From everyone.
That's not gonna work. Come on out here, tell me what's going on. And, oh, before I forget, everyone, this is my good friend Ananias. Ananias, these are all my new friends.
Hi, people I don't know in my friend's house.
So, why are you hiding?
It's Saul. He's here in Damascus.
Oh, so you probably heard about
How Saul puts Christians in jail.
Did you hear then
How Jesus spoke to Saul, and a bright light shone all around Saul, and he fell down, and he heard Jesus' voice, and when he got up, he was blind, and how his buddies led him here to Damascus? Yeah, I heard.
Well, if you heard all that, why are you fighting? Why are you wearing that silly mustache?
It's a disguise. Ow! Thanks. Now you blew my cover.
Trust me, it wasn't working.
God came to me in a vision this morning, and He told me that I should go to Straight Street, and I should ask for a man from Tarsus named Saul.
That's amazing.
And that I should put my hands on Saul and pray for him so that he can see.
Well, if you know what you're supposed to do, why are you here instead of there doing what God told you to do?
Well, when when Saul can see again, the first thing he's going to see is me. And Saul throws Christians in jail. He throws rocks like this at Christians, ties Christians up with chains, and this, I don't know what he would do with this, and I don't want to find out.
Well, it sounds to me, and it sounds like maybe my friends here know something that you need to know about, in that Jesus helps us do hard things. You need to trust Jesus.
But why is God asking me to do such a hard thing?
Well, I mean, I've been asked to do hard things, and I'm sure our friends have been asked to do hard. In fact, we were just talking about that. Here, let me help you. Put some of those things down.
Okay.
But let's try as a group. You try with your group, I'll try here with Ananias. Have you ever done a trust fall before? I'm gonna ask you to trust me, okay? What you want to do is you stand in front of me and you trust me. You fall, you put your arms down and you fall back like this, and trust me that I'll catch you, okay? And you guys can try that at home too. So we'll sample this out here. Just count to 3 and fall back and trust me that I'll catch you.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3.
I got you. I got you. So try that at home, you guys. And if you happen to watch it by yourself and you're home alone, try this. See if you can trust yourself to stand on 1 foot. Maybe you can't see feet in the screen, but just step on 1 foot and hold the other one up in the air with your eyes closed. See how well you can do. But just practice learning to trust each other, and take a few minutes to talk about there's some hard things going on right now. The virus, a lot of issues in the country, school, there's a lot of unknowns. So I'm sure you have some hard things. What we're going to ask you to do is look in your Tracking with Jesus book, page 6, 7, and over page 7, there's like a thought bubble of an angry Saul. And what we want you to do is draw on a piece of paper, go find a piece of paper, draw something that's hard for you to do right now, and cut it out and paste it over that thought bubble. And then we'll come back. We'll put up like a pause screen, and then come back when you're ready. See, Ananias, that's the thought for today. Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Can you repeat that with me? Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Excellent. And it reminds us of the memory verse from the New Testament, Philippians 4:13. I can do everything through him who gives me strength. Say that? I can do everything through him who gives me strength. Excellent. So, you ready? Now I think you should just go do what you know you need to do.
Okay, I feel better. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Thank
Can I
you.
pray with you?
Yes.
Let's pray,
Yes.
and then we'll send you out.
Okay.
Dear God, please continue to strengthen Ananias and give him the courage and the wisdom to do this hard thing. We know that you will go with him. We know that you will protect and provide. And we know that what you're doing for Ananias today, you will do for any of us every day. Thank you for Jesus and his power that helps us. It's in his name that we pray. Amen. Good luck.
Thank you.
And I really hope that it turns out well for Ananias. I have all the confidence that it will. And remember what we said, what God is able to do for Ananias, he's able to do for any of us. And what we just did with Ananias and praying for him, you can do that for someone else. So if you know somebody has something that's hard to do, pray with them.
Hello, my name is Derek here. I'll be your mechanic this week. We are in my workshop here at the train yard. Now, this is your first day, your first invention, and you have heard from the story that Jesus' power helps us to do hard things. Now, to help you remember that, we're going to make what's called off-rail rollers. Now, you should have an off-rail roller pack. In that, you should have a black tube. You should have a long yellow straw. You should have a short yellow straw. You should also have a rubber band. Now I'm going to hand these off to my apprentice for the day, Ben. He's going to be the one that will end up putting all of these together for us. The other thing you may want is a paper clip or something to help you make it. You'll see why when we get to it, but for now, let's get a little closer and make our off-rail roller. So the first thing you want to do is take your black roller and pull it apart. 2 halves, and you want the half that has the raised edge on the outside. So take your rubber band, put it inside from outside going in, and then take the large straw and put it through the rubber band on the outside to kind of hold it in place. Now you're going to take that other half of the black roller and you're going to feed the rubber band through. This is where the paper clip may come in handy. You may want to stick the paper clip through to kind of hook onto the rubber band. This may take a couple tries. Ben's been practicing, so we'll see how he does with it. But no worries, keep working with it. There he goes, very nicely done. Put it together, and then to hold it in place, you're gonna put that small straw through it on the outside. And there you go, you now have your off-rail roller ready to go. Use your off-rail roller, you're gonna twirl around that large yellow straw to wind up the rubber band inside. When you spun it as much as you want, you set it down, let it go, and it'll roll. And there you have your off-rail roller. So there, our off-rail roller is to help us remember that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. You should also have a buddy Ramsey in your kit. Ramsey is also there to help us remember that Jesus' power helps us do hard things, as well as the verse, for I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength, Philippians 4:13. See you again tomorrow.
Hi friends, for today's choo-choo snack, we are going to make train tracks. So we're gonna start with 4 to 5 granola bars, your favorite granola bar, and peel and pull Twizzlers, okay? Granola bars are the railroad ties, and they can weigh up to 300 pounds.
And life that's forever, you make us bold, and we stand together, your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, we're trusting.
So sometimes we have to do hard things to do what's right, right? Yeah, Jesus can help us do those hard things. Just like today's verse, Philippians 4:13, I can do all things with Christ who strengthens me. Jesus' power can help us do hard things, right? Yeah. All right, now we can eat. Ooh, destroying the train tracks.
Welcome to day 1 of games, and we're going to play on track splash. And we're going to take 2 buckets. One of them has water and sponges in them. And we're going to separate those out evenly and take a string and put it right in between on the ground. And you guys are going to stand on the string. That is going to be your train track. And what you're going to try to do, Wyatt's going to start, and you guys are going to toss the sponges in between each other. The wet sponges in between each other to try to get them all into the other bucket. You toss it to the next person. But you have to stay on the track.
With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open space.
Now with this game, you can have 4 buckets out, and if you want to work with your friends and have races with one another. There's a little extra water in there. I think we tied.
Oh, hey.
Right in the middle.
You guys started that one.
I got wetter that time. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't.
The faster you go, the wetter you get.
Welcome to Rocky Wrap Up. This is the end of day 1. We're going to end our day same place we started, singing some songs, sharing some smiles, and having some other surprises. So let's go ahead and sing a song. Let's do our theme song, Your Power Will Pull Us Through.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all, you're all, you're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey. There's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all, you're all, you're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey. There's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. We stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you.
Kids, I don't know about you, but I love to remember my Bible verses, and I like to have buddies. So we actually have some Bible buddies this week. And I'm going to introduce the first one. You may have already been introduced to him, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about him. So, tonight, we're talking about Jesus' power helps us do hard things. So, the very first Bible buddy is Ramsey. Bighorn sheep like Ramsey are custom made to travel up steep mountains. And when you see Ramsey, you can remember that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. So to help you remember all these important Bible points through the week and our Bible memory verses, we have a special gift for you every single day. Your very own Bible memory buddy. And so you can take your first one out and you can put him on your carabiner. All right, guys, you want to join me in another song? Let's go ahead and stand up if you're sitting, and let's sing together, We Can Trust Him.
If there's one thing we can count on, it's that God will never let us down, and we can trust everything He does. He keeps His promises, we know, because, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, yeah. Oh, yeah.
right, kids, that was great. You did a wonderful job. Now I want to take time to introduce you to God sightings. So the Bible tells us that every good thing comes from God. So every good thing you see is a God sighting. In your bag that you got in your VBS packet, there is a black band, and that band says God sightings. You'll put that on, all right? I want you to wear that this week to help you remember about God sightings. So I'll tell you a little bit of what a God sighting is. God sighting is anything that, something good that happens to you, or something good that you see happens to someone else, all of that is a God sighting. So keep track of that. And you also got some post-it notes. I want you to write those down, these God sightings, okay? And post them on the refrigerator for you and your entire family to see. All right? So make sure you do that all week. And then you can keep sharing that with your family and with your friends. All right? And we'll talk more about God sightings tomorrow. Kids, we had a great first day at Rocky Railway. I'm looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow, all right? So I'll see you tomorrow. Bring your energy and your fun.
Jesus to lead us, we're on the right